I'm going to be 100% completing Marvel's Spider-Man 2. This will include 31 main missions, 36 side missions, 124 collectibles, 68 suits unlocked, unlocking all abilities, all gadgets, getting to the max level, and of course completing all 41 trophies to get the Platinum Trophy. Oh yeah, and to make things as challenging as possible, I'll be playing on the hardest difficulty, Spectacular. Day 1. To start the game, we're fighting Sandman as both Miles and Peter. And now remember, we're playing on the hardest difficulty, so even this tutorial-like boss fight is rather tough. And yeah, the boss fights are gonna get really tough in the future. So, Sandman completely wrecks New York City, but we do defeat him and get the game's first trophy.
Yo! Let's go! You're gonna need help! Complete surface tension, our first achievement!
Next, we're introduced to Kraven, who will be this game's main antagonist until, yeah. With the first mission done, now we're open to do anything we want and can swing pretty much anywhere. The first thing I did was establish the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app, which allows us to freely switch between Miles and Peter. We also level up for the first time and get a skill point. In Spider-Man 2, there are 3 different skill trees to work on. One for Peter, one for Miles, and one for the both of them. Being on the hardest difficulty means I'm going to focus on upgrading abilities relating to damage and health, rather than the abilities that improve traversal, which I'll be saving for when we're finding all those collectibles. Next, we're playing as Miles and are introduced to one of the game's collectibles, which are these sand crystals. These are remnants of Sandman's memories, and they're found all across the map and are very easy to see via these giant sand clouds they produce.
Our first crystal. I like that sound.
The next collectible we're introduced to are these photo ops. All across the map, there are places to take photos of notable landmarks in New York City. Here's the first photo I took.
There. That's cool.
Now we're back meeting MJ. And out of nowhere, Harry, who was missing in the last game, is back.
What?
Whoa. Doctors haven't cleared me for MJ hugs yet.
Sorry.
Now I'm on a bike.
They got bikes in this game.
Insurance, but...
Okay, you can't, never mind. I thought you could knock him over or something.
Continuing the main story, we see the villains we defeated in the first game, the Scorpion and Martin Lee. They are being transferred to a new prison when suddenly Kraven and his hunters arrive.
Green Arrow, he's at the...
Kraven captures all the villains. What he wants to do with them? We'll find out later. With everything that's gone wrong, I decided to do some side missions. First, I found another one of Sandman's crystals.
I love the noise.
Then, I meet up with Uncle Aaron and find a part of his Prowler equipment. This is another collectible, which once we find all of them, will give us one of the best gadgets in the game. Then I do a quick mission where some guys are launching some fireworks. After that, we're back on the main missions, with Peter showing Harry his new state-of-the-art lab. We get to play as a laser bee, solve one of the new chemistry puzzles, and agree to join Harry as a founding partner of the lab.
I just have a slight feeling that something's gonna go wrong.
After that, we're doing the mission Bad Guys on the Block, where we are investigating what Kraven and his hunters are really up to. And it's morbid. First, we find out that Kraven has killed Scorpion.
Oh my god, he's dead.
And he plans on doing the same for the rest of the villains in the city, including Black Cat. For the next mission, make your own choices, we track Black Cat down, but first we have to catch her as she's stolen an artifact from Doctor Strange that can allow her to teleport anywhere in the world.
Whoa, a train!
Artifact.
Why am I out in the fucking Arctic?
Next up, we're going to a theme park where Miles meets Mysterio. Mysterio has just gotten out of prison and has started a new virtual reality business. Miles decides to take a look.
What is this?
And after playing a Guitar Hero-like minigame, it all goes wrong.
There we go. Oh
Miles is naturally quite spooked and goes home. So we switch back to Peter and join MJ and Harry at the theme park. At the theme park, there are a bunch of mini games to play, including a water gun game, the spinning ride, hoop throwing, ball throwing, and a love compatibility game, which MJ and Peter fail.
Whoa. Get in the water, damn.
Then we see Tombstone,
Wait a minute, that's Tombstone.
a villain from the first game who, like Mysterio, seems to be turning their life around.
He turned a new leaf. Good for him.
Back on the minigames, we play Whack a Hydra, and with all our tickets, buy this hat.
Choose a prize. Oh!
Now we can go on the roller coaster. I've seen Final Destination 3, so I was expecting things to all go wrong, but surprisingly, it didn't. Then we play the Test Your Strength minigame, and Harry does this.
Whoa!
Finally, we go on the Ferris wheel and enjoy some fireworks. Our fairy tale ends where Kraven's hunters suddenly appear and they're trying to capture Tombstone.
Oh no!
We do put up a good fight, but they do end up capturing him. Then, of course, the roller coaster gets destroyed. With Tombstone captured and the revelation of Harry having superpowers,
No way!
we're forced to do some side missions. The one I picked was the Flame Cult. They're a group of people who enjoy fire just a little bit too much. For the first Flame Cult mission, we use the spider bot to save people from a burning building. At the end of the mission, we meet the Wraith, who is actually Yuri, the police detective we worked with in the last games. Yuri is hunting down the Flame Cult's leader, who we'll be meeting later on. We then meet up with Harry and do some more science, find another Sandman crystal,
Let's crack a crystal.
and do another Flame Cult mission where we actually do meet the Flame.
We really need to stop meeting like this, Yuri. People will think you're trying to kill me.
Day 2. To start the day, we save Tombstone. Then we find our first hunter base. Hunter bases are all around the city and are hidden behind invisible walls. With each one we take out, we acquire new information about other bases to find. Now we're playing as Miles, and we're doing a side mission where a bunch of instruments have been stolen from a music museum, where Miles is doing what Spider-Man does best, solving everyday crimes.
That's cool.
We also find another Sandman crystal. We then do my first MJ mission. Now, I can remember how boring they were in the first game, but this time MJ has a high-tech taser and can easily hold her own.
Yo, what a kick!
We sneak through an abandoned zoo to find Dr. Connors. Once we find him though, Kraven appears and triggers his mutation to become the Lizard. A fight then breaks out with Peter and Harry versus Kraven, when suddenly...
Whoa!
Not as venomous as they say.
Am I dead? Oh!
What happened?
What the? Whoa!
MJ, get him out of here. I'll handle this.
What? Are we Venom now? What is that? Holy moly!
This is too good.
Yo, look at him go! Spider-Man is a kill, by the way. Trophy number 2! After 6 hours! Woo! We're 2 down, 40 to go.
I then go after Kraven in the mission The Flames Have Been Lit, where we find his hunters at a dinner and infiltrate it as a waiter.
You forget to mention the suit could turn into a tux.
Oh, never did that with me.
Once we get to the top, we find Kraven's tiger named Dima, who we feed tranquilized meat to sneak past and learn more about Kraven's backstory and his whereabouts. The next mission is Stay Positive. We're trying to design an antidote for the lizard, but again, we're attacked by the hunters and everything is ruined.
Oh my god.
However, we do end up making that antidote.
Let's go.
You'd think with this antidote, I'd start looking for the lizard, but no, I decided to finish up that side quest with Miles to find those missing instruments. We chase down trucks and ambush the person behind it all.
Those things don't belong to you. They belong to this community.
The mission ends with us saving the instruments and getting a cool tour of the museum. And even better yet, our third trophy.
Trophy number 3. Ow, fantastic.
Back on track with the main story, Miles and Peter are hunting the lizard. We find him, but so do the hunters. Peter manages to find the lizard, but we fall through into the sewers, and the first real boss fight begins.
Alright, let's go. Let's fight the lizard.
Parrying the lizard's movesets are essential. There are attacks that can't be parried, which are indicated by a blue ring. We must dodge these or take immense damage.
Ow.
I made sure to use our new symbiote abilities and managed to defeat the lizard and cure him.
Time for your medicine.
Medicine. Complete it chose you. Everything's about to go horribly wrong.
You may have noticed this, but Peter has become increasingly rude and hostile, Bully Maguire style.
No wonder your family left you.
What? That's just mean.
Then, Dr. Connors offers to get the symbiote off Peter.
Oscorp, we need to destroy it. Destroy us?
Us. Oh no.
Peter rejects Dr. Connors' help and goes on a rampage.
Green Arrow, no!
MJ finds Peter, but the symbiote has taken over.
Run!
Miles tries to help, but is actually captured by Kraven and the hunters. As Miles, we escape the hunter base and find ourselves in a gladiator-style arena with none else but Martin Lee.
What?
And our next boss fight commences.
Let's dance!
In this fight, we really need to get good at dodging Martin's quick attacks. There are opportunities to parry his strikes, and it's crucial you take them.
Nice block. Now we can attack.
The boss fight's final stage involves Martin taking hold of Miles' psyche.
Let's do this my way.
And during this part, we get a new ability, Reverse Flux. Rather conveniently, we immediately get the trophy for using it to pull in 6 enemies at once.
I'm the kid whose dad you killed at
Overdrive! As Miles, he's reverse flux to pull 6 or more enemies in simultaneously. Okay, nice!
After defeating Martin, Miles helps him escape. Then we try to escape ourselves, but Kraven captures Miles again to lure in Peter. And we get another trophy.
Another way.
Right away, we're in another boss fight.
Let's go!
This fight, I must say, isn't too hard. The key is to make sure you web the bell whenever Kraven rings it, because if you don't, the symbiote reacts and you're continually stunned. Just as it looks like Peter is about to end Kraven, Miles appears and another boss fight commences. This time, Peter versus Miles.
Whoa, 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 wait! No!
You almost killed him, man. What are you doing?
You're in the way, Miles!
We play as Miles and we get to use Kraven's own strategies against Peter. We ring the bell
You're not better than me!
Got it.
and also use our own abilities. Remember, you've played as Peter before, so you know exactly what attacks he's going to use against you and how to dodge or parry them. With Miles overpowering Peter, he gets through to him and removes the symbiote.
Come on! Awesome.
But this game is far from over, and we still have the biggest threat of the game looming.
The Great Hunt. Complete anything can be broken.
With Peter back to normal and the symbiote safely packaged on his back, I decided to go back to doing some of the Flame side missions with Wraith. For this mission, we infiltrate the Flame cult's base and find the leader, also called the Flame.
The fool's beacon himself.
Wraith wants to kill the Flame, but Peter won't allow it, leading to the Wraith fighting us, and another boss fight ensues.
Why are you fighting us?
You're going to have to kill him, Yuri.
This is too easy. Here we go.
Back on track, I take the symbiote back to Oscorp, but Harry finds us, fights us, and the symbiote escapes, latching onto Harry, and finally, Venom is unleashed.
No way.
This is by far my favorite part of the game. We get to play as Venom, causing carnage on everyone as we escape Oscorp.
Wow, I get to play as Venom. Oh, cool. Slam. Whoa.
Once we're outside, we find Kraven, who demands to fight us. It's time for us, playing as Venom, to fight Kraven.
Let's go!
Kraven does not stand a chance. Our damage output is brutal.
Mate, this might be it for Kraven. And that's it. Oh my god. Leave us alone. Complete don't be scared.
Venom is unleashed and begins spreading symbiotes across New York City. These symbiotes, like with Harry, latch onto people, turning them into vicious creatures.
Oh my goodness, everyone's being infected.
It gets way worse when Peter arrives home to find Harry with MJ, who he transforms into the Scream.
Oh my god. What's that? Spaghetti hair.
The first stage of the fight is in the street. You can use the nearby cars to stun her.
Got her.
And this fight is quite tricky with just how agile she is. And the final stages are in the construction yard, where there are cars and pipes to stun her too. With the Scream defeated, MJ is freed from the symbiote.
Nice.
We then join Miles at the city hall, where the symbiotes have taken over. Peter and Miles get overrun and things are looking dire, but Martin Lee arrives and saves us, even releasing his powers onto Peter, nullifying the remnants of the symbiote left inside of him. Peter is now Anti-Venom Spider-Man. With our new powers, I get a trophy.
Anti-Venom bomb? Whoa, what is? Yo! Antidote. Defeat a symbiote that is under the effect of the anti-venom status.
We then find Venom, but it's too late. He's retrieved the symbiote meteor from Norman and Dr. Connors and is now more powerful than ever. It's now time for the final mission of the game. Miles, Peter, and MJ versus Venom. First, we play as MJ, who infiltrates the nest and steals the meteor.
Okay, gotta run.
Then we play as Peter as we fight Venom. This fight is brutal. Unlike previous boss fights, I failed many times. This fight has 4 phases. Once we completed the first 2 phases, we see Venom overpower Peter and grow wings?
He has wings? When did he get wings?
So now we're playing as Miles. Now I thought the first 2 phases were tough, but the final 2 phases are absolutely insane. Venom's damage output is almost unfair.
Holy, that did like almost all my health.
The most important part about this fight is to study his attacks so you can dodge them. That way you're not wasting your focus meter on healing, but instead using your focus to do finishes that do massive damage against him.
There we go. Look at that.
An extra trick I used was whenever he was about to do this big symbiote wave attack, I would have one of my abilities ready to cancel it. That way I could stun him and was free to do lots more damage quickly. With Venom defeated and Harry released, he falls back into a coma just like the first game. We also hear about the G Serum.
The G Serum ready.
Meaning Little Goblin Jr. might be returning in future DLC.
Heal the world. Finish the main story. I really enjoyed that.
And that's it, we beat the main story. But there's still plenty of more fun things to do. Day 3. First, we're going to make our way across the map and complete as many collectibles as we can, while simultaneously completing the remaining side missions. Here's how I did it. To start, I completed 3 symbiote nests, and then I completed a wholesome side mission with an elderly man reminiscing about proposing to his wife.
Spider-Man? Whatever you think I did, I didn't.
I then do some more photo ops.
Oh!
That should work.
Now this next side mission is really cool. We meet up with the blind lady and track down a monster for her. The monster happens to be one of Kraven's old robot dogs.
Oh my god.
We hack it and turn it into a friendly guide dog for her.
He's everything I hoped for.
Aww.
Now I'm on the final part for the Flame side missions. It was meant for me. For this mission, Wraith and I try to stop the Flame from detonating a bunch of explosives, but in doing so get crushed by a train and almost set alight. The worst part is the Flame retrieves some of the symbiote, and we learn that Carnage will be coming in future DLC.
It shall bring truth, judgment, and carnage.
Crimson Hour.
Back as Miles, we're at his school doing some cool friendly neighborhood Spider-Man things. 1, we rescue a kidnapped teacher.
I got you.
2, we then rescue a kidnapped mascot.
Let me get the mascot home.
3, then take some photos of students.
An impromptu shot of Ponage in action.
Ponage in action, dude.
And then 4, help a student with their homecoming invitation.
Yeah. Oh no. Go home.
With all these missions complete, Miles is given a big thank you from the students, and we get a Puerto Rican Spider-Man suit, which I have to say is one of my favorites in this game.
Oh, cool, a new suit.
This is the best.
Awesome, Brooklyn Pride.
Get ready because we're about to get a lot of trophies in quick succession. First is Evolved, for finally defeating 100 enemies using our evolved Venom abilities.
Defeat 100 enemies with evolved Venom abilities.
Second is Slackline, for taking down 25 enemies from our web lines.
If you can tether your web from the chart.
Hey, nice, slackline.
Third is Home Run. When I was taking photos of this hot dog guy for the photo op collectible, I went to this nearby baseball field and I did what the trophy says and ran a home run.
And Parker does.
There you go, round the bases at the Big Apple Baller Stadium.
Fourth is Splat. You'd think I'd have this one by now, because all you need to do is fail a trick and land on the ground.
Hey, need a dance?
Attempt and fail a trick before landing on the ground.
I then switched to Miles because I wanted to target some of the Mysteriums. Mysteriums are time trials that require us to complete a particular combat task within a short amount of time. To 100% this game, I need to get the gold tier in each of them. And to be honest, they're not that hard. If you do fail one of them, instead of jumping straight back in, just take a quick break, think about your strategy, so you don't make the same mistake over and over again. I then complete the final symbiote nest.
There we go, I think that's the last one. There we go, Exterminator. Complete all symbiote nests.
And get this absolutely awesome suit for Miles. Now I'm at some hunter bases, and while I was clearing one of them, I got the trophy Surge for using 25 symbiote abilities whilst using the symbiote Surge power by pressing R3 and L3 on the controller at the same time.
There we go, Surge as well. Use symbiote powers 25 times during symbiote Surge.
Oh yeah, I also realized this very late, but almost every suit in this game has different styles you can unlock. I could have got this trophy a long time ago.
Oh, equip a style.
As I kept playing, finding collectibles, and solving crimes, I finally accumulated enough technical parts to upgrade every single one of my gadgets, including the web grabber, the web shooters, the upshot, sonic bursts, and the ricochet web.
And then we go to the max. Purchase all gadget upgrades.
I also got the trophy Resourceful for having accumulated 10,000 technical parts.
Resourceful. Collect a total of 10,000 tech parts.
Then, since I was nearby, I went to the cemetery and found Aunt May and Uncle Ben's grave.
Parker Luck's back with a vengeance.
There we are, you know what to do. As Peter, visit Aunt May's grave. Just like the last two games, visit the grave sites.
My next focus was to complete the remaining Kraven's Hunter side missions by infiltrating the remaining Hunter bases. I'm also keeping an eye out for the remaining spider bots to find. One of the Hunter side missions are to track down robot birds and fly after them to eventually access their information. Getting all of their information leads us to this random apartment. Inside the apartment are an assortment of trophies, and we learn that Chameleon is behind this all and is watching us, and surely will have a big part in the upcoming DLC.
Data collector. They really are setting up the DLC, aren't they?
Now it's time to grind the remaining collectibles. First, I found all of the Prowler tech upgrades. The reward for getting them all is, as I said, a pretty cool upgrade for those who appreciate stealth.
Co-signing. Complete all tech stashes. You've unlocked the Prowler Strike. Your first melee attack while camouflaged is empowered and will knock enemies back.
Next, I finally found the remaining Hunter bases, tying up their storyline. Whilst I was clearing one of their bases, I got the trophy Armed and Dangerous for now defeating 100 enemies with the spider arms.
Hey, there we go. Armed and Dangerous. Defeat 100 enemies with spider arm abilities. We got the last combat trophy.
And with it, got my last combat related trophy, so I'm free to use whatever abilities I want from here on out. I simultaneously also reached max level, which is level 60.
Amazing. Reach the max level.
I now have every ability and am as powerful as I can get. With all of my abilities, I cleared the final hunter base.
Seek and destroy, complete all hunter bases. And a new suit as well.
And New York, New York for completing all photo ops.
And there we go. New York, New York as well. Complete all photo ops.
And fought through Sandmen to get the last of Sandman's crystals, which form together to produce a statue which we give to his daughter in a very wholesome mission.
Grains of sand, piece together broken memories. We found all the crystals and returned it to Sandman's daughter.
Oh yeah, I also finished the remaining experiments for Harry and got this very funny looking suit.
That looks like Ant-Man. Foundational. Complete all Emily May Foundation experiments.
Remember Howard from the first two games? For the final Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man app mission, we meet up with Howard and have a nice chat. I know I've spoiled the entire game, so this might seem redundant, but this mission in particular, I want to keep spoiler free. Just know that it made me quite sad.
That was a tearjerker.
Day 4. We are almost done. To start the day, I found a really well hidden Easter egg for the trophy, Just Let It Go. To get it, you have to find this church in the city and interact with the science trophy, Finn and Miles won. Finn was one of the antagonists in Miles' last game.
There we go, just let it go.
Now I have only one mission left, and it's with Mysterio. This boss fight starts with us in a snow globe, as a giant Mysterio torments us. We fight off waves of enemies, where eventually Mysterio appears. Remember, I'm at max level now, so I absolutely dominated this fight.
This is so easy. He's getting schooled. Holy moly, what a thrashing. There we go. Behind the masks. Complete grand finale.
With the final mission complete, all I've got left to do to 100% the map is to find the remaining spider bots and accumulate enough technical parts to unlock the remaining suits for Peter and Miles, as well as all the different styles for each suit. Remember how we already got the trophy for getting 10,000 technical parts? You'd think that'd be enough to unlock everything, but I was wrong. So as I swung around New York City looking for the spider bots, I also found some technical part crates. Finally, I had enough technical parts to purchase every suit upgrade.
There we are, fully loaded. Purchase all of Spider-Man's suit upgrades.
Every suit.
There we go, kitted out. Purchase all available suits.
And every suit style.
I've now got every single suit and every single style.
I then found the last spider bot I needed.
There we are, Superior. 100% complete all districts.
And with them all collected, I brought them to this random place on the map, and the craziest thing happened.
Close off your hands. Thank you, Spider-Man. And if Miguel comes looking for these, tell him
Miguel!
Keepers.
Wait, who's Miguel?
Spider-Man 2099, right? Funky wireless protocols. Solve the mystery of the Spider-Bot's origin.
Even though I've 100% completed the map and done every mission I can possibly do, I still have 2 final trophies to unlock. So, let's get them. The first trophy is Hang 10 for simply performing 30 tricks while swinging without touching the ground.
There we go, Hang 10. Perform 30 air tricks in a row without touching the ground. I'm surprised I didn't get that just playing the game, but I guess I really didn't do many tricks the whole playthrough.
And lastly, Soar, for using our web wings to glide across from one side of the map to the other.
Then we do some gliding for a bit. And there it is, Soar! Using only your web wings, glide from the financial district to Astoria and the Platinum. Nice one. Job done.
And with the Platinum Trophy, every suit unlocked, every mission completed, every boss fight defeated, and every collectible found, I have 100% completed Spider-Man 2. I can't wait for the DLC. See you then.